So I'm going to go on somewhat of a little rant today. And what's kind of got me started on this is I'm doing a webinar on November 1st, Tuesday, November 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern. And the name of the webinar is called Facebook Live, How to Use Facebook Live for Your Business. You probably have seen Facebook Live in your feed. A lot of celebrities use it. People like me use it. My business, Web for Retail, we were part of the beta test. Not that we asked for it or anything, the broadcast live button just sort of showed up one day and we just started using it. So this is the thing that I love Facebook Live. In many respects, it's kind of rebooted my broadcast career, because when I left network news, television news, that was it. When I was done, I was done. There was no going back. You know, I was washed up, I guess. You know, I had no recourse. The news director that I was working with, I was done with him and he was done with me, and that was really just about it. You see, back in the day, this is how it worked. If you wanted to be on television news, network television news, you had to put together a demo tape and call, send your demo tapes in, do follow-up calls. Maybe the news director would answer, maybe the assistant news director, maybe the assignment editor, and you really just kind of had to beg for the job. Now, you could get agents, and I had a couple of agents over the years, but the fact of the matter is that I really ended up getting all of my own jobs. I think that's kind of, I don't know, just this sort of myth about television news is that we all had agents and it's so big time and all that kind of thing, and we just get called in and it's very glamorous. And I guess some of it is glamorous, but for the most part, television news is really, really hard work, and it was just a dogfight to get one of those jobs. Now, similarly, once you got the job, that was even a bigger dogfight, because there was always people pitching, trying to get in, only so many spots. It was kind of like throwing a steak on the floor, and there were one steak and there were 150 dogs who want it. And all the dogs wanted to get in and be where the steak is. So it was a lot like that. And, so I had some great news directors. Don Colson, who I started out with in Bangor, Maine, in that small market. Awesome. Learned a bunch from him. But Don was the exception for the most part. News directors were kind of these power-hungry guys who knew that they had your future and your career and held it in the palm of their hands. And you really didn't have anywhere to go. There were no platforms for you to do your work if that's what you wanted to do, to be a broadcast journalist. There was no place. There were only 3 outlets, 212 markets in the country, 212 markets where there's television, and they're broadcasting news anyway, and so your options were limited. So you had to be really careful about what you said, really careful about what you did. You certainly didn't voice your opinion. You just were pretty much a good little girl and did your job, and certainly had no opinions of your own. Anyone who knows me probably can tell from watching this video, that didn't always set really well for me. I didn't like having someone sort of lord over me like that. So anyway, I stayed in the business, had a great time, met a lot of great people, and eventually left and went out on my own and started a business and so on and so forth. But in all of those years, all the on-camera skills that I had learned doing TV news just sort of sat dormant. And, it's so funny. When I started my agency and I had a lot of success with my agency, at one point I thought, you know what, I had always dreamed about buying my own TV station, because I really had an idea of how I would do it. Kind of a pipe dream, and that never came to fruition, but certainly I thought about it. And now you come on with the internet and video is getting much better on the internet. So we'd shoot a few more videos. The iPhone came out, and some of my on-camera skills were at play, but still wasn't a big deal. And then Facebook Live started. And that's when I knew. My friend Jerry Masiola and I were actually down in Orlando on a shoot for a client of mine, I think. And we did the first Facebook Live, and I think that was in March of 2015. Maybe it was March 2015, somewhere around there, very early on. And Jerry remembers this. I said, Jerry, this is TV. This is it. This is it. Cable eventually will get lost, consumed in this, and broadcast television will eventually get lost and consumed in this too. I stand by that, and I'm still very, very excited about Facebook Live and the prospects of what Facebook Live is going to bring for the changes in media and stuff. So in a sense, you know, I'm just recording this video, but I do a lot of Facebook Live, and I'm actually going to be rolling out the first quarter of 2017. I'm going to be doing a daily broadcast. Some people have asked me if I would be interested in doing that, and I am interested in doing that. I mean, can you imagine at my age if I tried to get back on the air? That would never happen. But now I can kind of create my own audience and my own broadcast platform, if you will. It's just really incredible. So with all that said, if you would like to hop on the webinar, it is going to be November 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern, and that's Tuesday. I'm going to talk about the logistics of how to use your phone so that you're not spending a lot of money doing the broadcast part of this. You know, it can be expensive cameras and so on and so forth. And then also how you can be really good on camera. I'll show you just some things you can do in terms of lighting and camera angles, although the lighting is kind of weird. I'm in the car here, it's going back and forth, but there's just something about doing video on the go that's just so much more fun, and you know, you're just forgiven. Sometimes the lighting and stuff is just very much forgiven. So I'd love to have you stop in on the webinar. The link will be below, probably one below and then one above as well. So please do sign up. It is Tuesday, November 1st at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I will see you there.